Heading today is down and out in San Francisco on talk about the cost to live and the prices of some of the units to live around the country. Now, and about 20, 25 years ago, I bought a small condominium high rise in New York City at 1st and 81st Street, and I thought I was stealing. It was 85,000. Need a little bit of work, and I had it for several years. But now it says that a one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco can sell for 1.5 million and get multiple offers within a day. So you can see the prices have changed or something. It says even the dumpsters have signs on them for rent signs on the dumpsters. But so the side it says a side order of Brussels sprouts at many restaurants out there is $16.
Wow.
So you can see what it's cost them to live. Um, it sounds like you can laugh, but you can't laugh if every penny you have is going for your rent and food and things like that. A family of four, though, earning $117,000 a year, is now classified as low income in San Francisco area.
Wow.
Um,
Great.
this used to determine the eligibility for federal housing assistance, and it's the highest in the nation, with no surprise. Um, Once upon a time, out in the American West, we have a lot of exclusive places there, like at Sun Valley, Aspen, the ski resort, Lake Tahoe, the San Juan Islands in Washington State were known as golden ghettos, an imperfect term used by trendy demographers. But now the entire West Coast, from San Diego to Vancouver, uh, British Columbia, is a string of gilded megalopses. They are the Tamar cities, the tech cities, the cities of the young and educated. And each of them is struggling with property crisis that threatens the very nature of living there. Um, the in one thing that they have there, it's really strange. Residents of San Francisco are troubled by the same things that we are in hometown Seattle, the homeless and the high cost of living. There's a huge amount of homeless people out there, and naturally, um, it says walking the streets of San Francisco can be frightening, demoralizing, even unhealthy experience for residents and tourists alike, because you have homeless people just all over the place, laying on the sidewalk and corners and things like that. And it says that the medical convention this year canceled their convention in San Francisco because its members no longer feel safe in a city of 7,500 homeless people. Um, and the that came from the mayor in San Francisco, who is really the first black mayor of a big city, and her name is London Breed. She's the new mayor out there, and she was raised in poverty, and she's the first African American woman chosen to lead the city. And she's vowed to remove homeless encampments within a year. You know, but also you're going to spend 250 million a year on homeless services. It's do the other thing that this mayor wants is you have to build some housing of all kinds, and that'll make the whole city more crowded if you start throwing up all these houses. And it's already the second most densely populated among the big cities in the nation. Um, as Bree notes, San Francisco has created only one home for every 8 new jobs between 2010 and 2015. That would be one home for 8 new jobs. Um, also, the well, in Seattle, the nation's fastest growing city for this decade, um, the well, in Seattle, that people that came in is the one that sends everything online on TV. What's the name of that real big one called?
Paris? What do
Um,
you mean? Spectrum?
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
Amazon's the key to Seattle,
Oh.
and um, they've been trying to hit Amazon with a bunch of new taxes there, and Amazon has really started yelling.
Mm.
Um, and the new taxes they put out would also hurt grocery stores and family-run businesses.
Mm.
Um, and they've had an alliance. This neighborhoods in Seattle are having problems, especially now that they're trying to make Seattle more affordable, and they were trying to change the zoning on the single-family neighborhoods, residences, and this approach has failed. Um, Now, the city has built more new units of housing over the last 5 years than in the prior half century. So that more houses in the last 5 years than they did in the last 50 years before that. And the Seattle, even now, with all their homeless, right now continues to lead the nation in home increases. Um, Now, Vancouver's another one, and they've put some taxes on houses where people own them, but they're never there. Um, they just have them for a place to go to once in a while, and um, the people there are yelling, especially the foreign buyers, and also they've done the same thing in British Columbia to get more. The tax would be more money to put in the income of the cities. Um, the but no matter what you hear, somehow people are going to continue to move to the West Coast. Um, and the city of St. Francis have seen far worse than the present crisis. Um, More than half of the population in St. Francis was homeless after the 1906 earthquake. That goes back a long way. But by mid century, um, that would have been in 50, it was the American city birthplace of the United Nations. But there seems to be a lot of people yelling and screaming, but the Pacific Coast um, still stands at the top of the people want to move there. The home prices are high, and the probably the biggest challenge that they have out there right now is the homeless. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Right.